of my beautiful fire signs. What going on, y'all? It's your girl Tracy with Ascension 225, a tarot and oracle, and I'm here to do your August 2026 tarot reading. Do you want to know what Spirit has in store for you and the messages pertaining to your energy? Do you want to know what's up for the month of August? Don't mind my missing nail. It popped off just a few minutes ago, and I ain't got time for that right now. All right. So back to you, my fire signs, my Aries, Leos, and my Sagittarians. What up? We're about to dive into all of your energy, which will be time-stamped, you guys. All right. Never fear. Never fear. Okay, so let me just instruct you guys to like, share, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed already. Most people that watch have not subscribed, so do your girl a solid and like, share, subscribe. Also, please do hype the video, guys, so we can get some traction in the algorithm, all right? All right, so I want to tell you a little bit about what's going on above our heads, guys. I have also listed all of my favorite astrologers like Jimmy the Tarot Ship, Joni Patry, and a few others in there. So if you're interested in astrology, the science of it all, then check out everything, my list in the description box. I've also included my favorite numerologist, because numbers play such a huge part in our universe. I'm telling you, 369, oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Nikola Tesla tried to tell us a long, long time ago how important these numbers were to our mere existence, okay? So everything's in the description box, astrologist, numerologist. If you're not sure about your birth natal chart, I've also included a free link to get your free birth natal chart, so you know exactly what you're comprised of. I am a Gemini sun, an Aquarius moon, and a Leo rising, guys. All right, the rising pertains to your soul. The sun is who you are innately. The rising is your soul energy, and the moon is your subconscious. Okay, so if you don't know, find out everything that you're comprised of by clicking on the free birth natal chart, okay? All right. So let me tell you a little bit. Let me tell you something about what's happening. What little bit I do know about astrology, what's happening above us. So we just got finished with a Mercury retrograde. All right. The Mercury retrograde ended on July 23rd. So the end part of June and most of July, we were in a Mercury retrograde. Mercury is the planet of communication and intelligent thought, okay? So, which is my planet, Gemini and Virgo's ruling planet. So, there could have been some electronic issues, device issues during Mercury retrograde. It could have been you not being able to say fully what you need to say because everything feels like it's going backwards, which may interfere with your normal area of expertise if you're ruled by Mercury, and that is clear, concise communication as well as intelligent thought process. All right. Now, Mercury is in the shadow, which means that it's gearing up to get back to its normal revolution speed, okay? It's not going to be direct until August 6th, and so we will still be feeling some of that residual Mercury retrograde energy, okay? So we also had the buck moon, the full buck moon, on July 29th, and that's when the Aboriginal folks, the Native Americans, who this land really belongs to. They were able to tell by looking at the new bucks that were starting to get their fuzzy little antlers on top of their head. They knew that this was maturation season for them. The bucks were maturing and growing their horns or their antlers. Okay, so that was on 7/29. We've got a Pluto retrograde, which started May 6th, and it goes all the way until October 15th. We've got Saturn retrograde, which we're currently in, started on 7/26 and ends December 10th. So Saturn is the teacher of the zodiac. You're going to learn today, right? That kind of energy. Saturn is the teacher, the professor, putting you back on track to your moral values and standards and core values, putting you back on track with that. Okay? So, yeah. And if it's in retrograde, you know, maybe some of those things could be a little bit in a disarray. We also have Chiron, the planet of inner child healing. Well, it's not a planet, but this is the energy of that inner child energy. Like, if anything needs to be healed within you from your childhood, that is Chiron that is responsible for that. Chiron retrograde, though, starts August 3rd, which is today, and goes all the way until September the 17th. You've got Mercury in the shadow, like I said, until August 6th. We've got the 8/8 portal, August 8th portal, which is also referred to as Lion's Gate. Okay. And Leo represents the sun. The sun is, you know, who you are, who you represent, you are, if that makes any sense. It also represents strength, courage, intestinal fortitude, all that good stuff that Leo brings forth. And finally, we have a solar eclipse, because we are now in eclipse season, August and September. We have a solar eclipse on 8/12, guys. All right, so I will put this somewhere in the description box or the comments or whatever, but it'll be there. Okay, so that's what's happening over our heads. Quite a lot. So just being tapped into this type of information can guide you and assist you through all of these different changes. Okay, all right, so now we're about to start with our beautiful fiery Aries, and we're going to start them at 8:20. Hi Aries, what's going on, my beautiful Aries? You guys are the first out the gate, the first zodiac sign, cardinal sign. All right, y'all just kick down the gate for the rest of the zodiac to go through. If you were born between March 21st and April 20th, somewhere thereabouts, you are considered an Aries sun. Okay, all right. The Aries is represented by the Emperor and a few other cards in the tarot deck. All right, leaders. Okay, all right. So if you haven't already, Aries, do your girl a solid. Hit that like, share, subscribe button, please, and hit that hype button. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. So let's get into it. We're going to start off with the Oracle messages first, and then we're going to get into the tarot deck. All right. So let's see. Let me put these over here. All right. This is a tarot deck that I'm going to be using. Don't remember the name of it, but nevertheless, let's get started. So what is some of the tea happening with our Aries collective during the month of August? I've got Cupid's arrow in the reverse. So some of y'all could be cutting somebody loose from your life that you might be involved in romantically. This could also be a friendship, a family member that you are this relationship may be in reverse, or there could be a separation or a breakup. Okay, yeah. And the card says, have faith, love is coming, struck by love. Maybe love is just not in the cards for you right now, Aries, if you're not technically involved in a relationship. I've got shock. Ooh, this is like this is a storm card. This is like the Tower card. And this is about sudden change, a sudden eruption in your life, a sudden blow up in your life. Never fear, though, because for me, Tower is a learning experience. Okay, when the Tower hits, it helps us learn, and it also helps us transform. Ooh, I've got regrets and mistakes in the reverse. Okay, this person looks a little shady, like they're hiding something, don't they? But this is in the reverse, so there could be something, we talked about, truths with Saturn. You're going to learn today. Mercury retrograde is trying to find its way back to being direct. So there could be some truths that are uncovered here. The truth might be being revealed with this regrets, somebody making mistakes in the reverse. This could also be somebody who's not regretful about however they showed up. Okay. Oh, toxicity in the reverse. I feel like you are unloading this energy, Aries. You're like, I deserve better than whatever this shit is. I'm out. All right, releasing this toxicity, releasing maybe some shady people in your life who, might have treated you some kind of way. All right, that might be that Tower. That might be that shock right there to somebody, like, oh, damn. Aries, are you really leaving me? What's going on? And then I've got the butterfly. Yes, Aries. Yes, this is you releasing this negative bull crap and going through this transformation. Okay? You might still be in that cocoon stage, but the end result in the month of August is that you will emerge as this beautiful butterfly going through this transformation. Why? Because whatever this was has taught you a lot. All right? Has taught you a lot. Wow. Okay. Moving on. Okay. This is messages from the Enchanted Map by Colette Baron-Reid. I've got unexpected visitors. Whoever this person is might be trying to, come see you, come visit you, show up on your doorstep unexpectedly. You know what I mean? Trying to see what you're doing. Somebody looking through the keyhole right there. And I've got slow and steady wins the race, Aries. Slow and steady wins the race. All right. And she's got her hand over her heart space. So, slow and steady for the healing that may be needed. Slow and steady moving forward. All right. Make sure you take good care of yourself and practice self-care. And I've got wide open. The world is your oyster. The opportunities for you are wide open. Hold on for one moment. All right. Sorry about that. Okay, so we were talking about the wide open. Like I said, the world is your oyster. Have an open heart and an open mind to receive, especially if you're manifesting certain things that to come towards you, Aries, and release the need to control the outcomes, okay, of whatever is happening in your life. All right. What about some intuitive messages? I've got soon. The seed has cracked. The soil just... Wait a minute. Soon. The seed has cracked the soil. Just lift your gaze. So something's happening for you really, really soon, Aries. And I've got 2 cards in the crossing, which means it's very strong energy. Hopefully there are no blockages towards you getting to this energy. I've got explore. Excuse me. I didn't start burping and belching until I started your reading. All right. So explore new options. The forest is vast and every tree holds a secret. All right. Explore new options, Aries, and give thanks. Gratitude is the seed of new miracles. I am loving that. Give thanks. And every day I throw up that gratitude, even for the smallest, most minute things that Spirit has given me or provided to me, especially the gift of life. I'm so very, very thankful and grateful for that. So don't forget to throw that gratitude up. All right, Leo. I almost called you Leo. All right, Aries. All right, you might be involved with a Leo. Who knows? Or have some Leo somewhere aspect in your chart. All right. What do the Ascended Masters want you to know? You might need to make some judgment calls, or you could need to lay down some judgments that you have about people, places, or things. Lay down some judgments, okay? Or this could be somebody judging you. But judgment calls are going to be made, all right? And it says, release all judgments and forgive those who judge you. Auric field. It's time to call an energy protection to shield, clear, and strengthen your aura. Could be that you don't feel very strong right now. Whatever you may be going through, maybe sometimes we all feel that way. Sometimes I feel strong, sometimes I don't feel as strong. Okay? But tap into your auric field and see what it is that you may be lacking, your chakras, what may need to be balanced in you. And then I've got celebration. There could be a celebration coming up in the month of August for you. Or Spirit says, hey, things might be heavy for you right now in certain aspects of your life, but take time not only to be grateful, but take time to celebrate you, family, friends, whatever, okay? Or just how far you've come in your life. All right. And I've got angelic messages. Angels, what say you? Unlimited ideas. And to me, that's also translates to unlimited potential. We did see the wide open. So unlimited potential, unlimited ideas, but not being tied to the outcome of any one thing. All right. Release control. Focus on your priorities right now. What's most important for you to be tapped into? Okay. Those are your angelic messages. Now we're about to get into your tarot messages. And at the bottom of the T deck, I've got somebody might be feeling like this, anxious and worried, crying over whatever's happening in your life. I've got, I'm sorry. Somebody wants forgiveness or wants to apologize. Could be you, could be the other person. Remember that card we saw of somebody having regrets, but it was in the reverse? Could be that somebody hooked up on you. Whoever you were in a relationship, they might have hooked up with somebody else. They could have been seduced here. Could have been seduced by another person. And had a lot of keys on the ring. Okay? So, yeah. All right. But there is a fated meeting in store for you. There's a fated meeting in store for you, Aries. An important connection. This could be with whatever you're trying to manifest. Could be career, a business opportunity, something like that. You might meet that person that can, you know, take you to where you need to be, because you've got unlimited ideas. All right. All right. So let's get into the tarot. And we'll get into the other. We'll get into these cards at the end. All right, Spirit. This is for Aries, and I split the deck. I've got the Hierophant and the Sun. The Hierophant, core values, what you believe in, what you stand on, and the Sun, Leo energy, that intestinal fortitude. This is all about going towards your blessings and abundance. All right, all right, and you also have the Hierophant here. Okay, also have the Hierophant here. This could also mean that you might be tapping more into, you know, your religious belief systems to get you through, you know. Says, I respect tradition, religion, beliefs, marriage, and the role of politics and institutions in our community. All right, so we've seen the Hierophant twice in your reading so far, and that is Taurus energy. In the crossing, we've got Sagittarius energy, and that is temperance, keeping calm. All right, keeping calm, staying balanced, slow and steady wins the race here. All right, slow and steady wins the race. This is Spirit reminding you that you need to do what you need to do on this side, and allow Spirit to do what Spirit does best on their side. This is in the crossing, though. So this is either very strong energy. I hope that there are no blockages to you being in this balanced, calm energy. All right. This is you needing to be patient, Aries, which I know may be hard. But like we said, there's a fated meeting coming for you. And I've got unexpected visitor here. So what's up with that? Okay. Let's go ahead and shuffle this for Aries, Spirit. What do you have for Aries in the month of August? We've already seen the oracle messages. What other type of messages from the tarot can we get that could tell a deeper story for Aries? Shuffle one more time. All right, so let's go ahead and cut these bad boys. What can you tell our Aries collective? What's in the energy that they don't see coming towards them at the bottom of the deck? 9 of Wands. You about to wrap something up because you put in a lot of hard work into whatever this is, and you tired. I'm tired, right? Look at her. She's like, I am so over this. I am done with this. I have busted my tailbone, and I just want to complete whatever this is, the race, whatever you're working on, whatever needs to be completed in your life. 9s are about starting that process of completion. All right, finishing something out, closing something out. Okay. All right. It's in the middle. Yeah, Justice, Libra energy. Which Aries, Libra is your polar opposite sign, your sister sign or brother sign. We've got justice, fairness, equilibrium, balance, okay? Truth, all right? She's holding the Ace of Swords, upright, truth and clarity coming to you, as well as fairness and balance. I like that. Okay. All right. I need 5 cards, Spirit, that taps into our Aries energy for the month of August. This could be about any portion of their life. Please show us what they need to know. This is for Aries, the month of August 2026. Okay. We've got the 9 of Swords. We're going to go over all these in just a moment. The Knight of Cups. What else, Spirit? Okay. We've got the 10 of Cups in the crossing. It almost looked like it was in the reverse. 2 2 more cards for Aries. August 2026. What do we have for Aries, Spirit? 2 more cards that round up their energy. We've got the King of Cups in the reverse and the last card. Okay. This one hit the table first. We're going to put that, and we're going to take these other 2 cards. Okay, we're going to take these other 2 cards. All right. Because the Hierophant has shown up yet again, the 3rd time in less than 5 minutes. Okay. And then at the bottom, we've got the Page of Wands. A new opportunity for you. You know, this could be you tapping into your creative mind for those ideas that you may be coming up with, those endless ideas and possibilities. Okay, this could be a new start into something that you have a goal or a passion for. Okay. All right, so what do we have here? 9 of Swords. This is Aries, you know, not only being tired, because we just saw the 9 of Wands, not only being tired and exhausted, but this is matching this card right here. Anxiety, worry, depression, crying, can't eat, can't sleep. That's this type of energy. What is this all about, Aries? What are you crying over? What are you worried about? What are you anxious over? 9 of Cups. Is this about a knight wanting to offer you this cup of love, this romantic partner? Okay, is that what this is? Then I've got the 10 of Cups, and when it popped out, it almost was in the reverse, and some people considered crossing cards to be reverse cards. Okay, I consider them to be very strong energy, and or there could be a blockage to getting to this 10 of Cups right here. All right, we already saw in some of your oracle messages that there could be some sort of issue with a romantic partner or somebody that you truly love. All right, and your 10 of Cups is sideways, so this situation may be sideways, and that could be because somebody might have been tempted outside the relationship. Okay, and your 10 of Cups is in question now. King of Cups, yeah, in reverse. Okay, either your energy or the other person's energy. The King of Cups is somebody who is not, I repeat, is not emotionally intelligent. All right, this is somebody who emotions could be all over the place. Somebody who doesn't make sound decisions because of emotion. All right, this could be somebody who manipulates other people's emotions. All right, so and then yeah. Yeah, and I've got this 9 of Wands here. This could be because somebody was a fuck boy or a fuck girl. The 9 of Wands represents so many different things, but in this lineup, it sort of represents that type of fuck boy, fuck girl energy. Somebody who wants to be free. Somebody who doesn't want to be tied down. Somebody who wants to explore. And the wands are representative of a phallic symbol. So maybe somebody who wants to explore their sexual self with other people. Okay, not being committed or tied down to one person. All right, so yeah, makes sense so far. At the bottom, you've got 2 bonus cards. You've got the Hierophant again. This could be you being, tapping more into your religious beliefs. This could be that this goes against your core values, your religious beliefs, and all that other good stuff, things you stand on. And I've got, you're taking action. You're taking action on something here with this 8 of Wands. All right. This, you know, yeah. You moving away from this energy. All right. Well, I'm going to get a few clarifying cards, and what I do is I shuffle the cards and I ask the cards to fall on top and clarify the cards that need to be clarified. Believe me, it sounds a little crazy and kooky, but it actually freaking works. Okay, at least for my readings. Okay, can't speak for anybody else. All right, Spirit. So we need some clarifiers here. What going on with these Aries? What going on with these Aries? What's happening? They need some justice and they need some justice here, because it feels like things have been very, very unfair for our Aries. All right, and this could be, you know, Aries tapping into that Libra side of them, saying, "Oh hell no, this is real unbalanced. All right, I deserve some fairness," and yeah. All right, on the bottom we've got the World. Yes, Aries, you taking action and moving away from this sort of toxic energy that some of you have found yourselves into. This is not for all Aries, and you're closing out a cycle or a chapter on this. Yeah, something is being completed, or you're completing this cycle on this situation right here. All right, Spirit. What's in the middle? Yeah, healing is needed. Aquarius energy. Healing is needed, and unwavering faith. That's what this is all about. All right, in Spirit and your Spirit team. My nose is itching. Oh God, I'm belching. Good gosh, Aries. All right, so Spirit, this is for Aries, August 2026. Please clarify the cards on the table that need to be clarified. Allow these cards to fall on top of the cards that need clarification, please and thank you. I'm not going to take those. Please fall on top of the cards that need to be clarified. All right, we definitely want clarification here, Spirit, so please allow this to happen. All right, what else? What other clarifications do you have for Aries for the month of August, Spirit? Whoa. All right. All right, on the bottom we've got the Hermit. Yeah, you might need to take some time out and tap into this Virgo energy of the Hermit, where you can go inward and consult with Spirit. All right, consult with Spirit before you make any judgment calls. All right, you need to confer with Spirit in order to get that discerning information, so that you can make those judgment calls that make sense for your life. Okay? All right. Okay. So, what do we have here? Oh my God. Told you. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, Spirit. Thank you and thank you. All right. Aries. Okay. Let me tell you what I'm picking up here. First of all, I got the Page of Swords that landed sideways on top of the Knight of Cups. It's also touching the Ten of Cups that's also sideways, okay? Because some of y'all have a relationship that has gone literally sideways, okay? I've got the Page of Swords here. The pages are students, and also messengers, and I feel like okay, the important information is that there might be someone who wants to communicate. It could be this Knight of Cups, somebody who wants to maybe knows that they screwed up, and wants to romance you, maybe try to get you back, whatever. But you know, this Nine of Swords and this Nine of Cups could be producing this being sideways, because as you can see, the Ace of Swords is downward. So there's no truth and there's no clarity right now about whatever this shit is. There's no truth and clarity, and there needs to be a conversation, all right? There needs to be a conversation, but there needs to be a conversation that encompasses truth and clarity, all right? We need that Ace of Swords upright, guys, all right? So I feel like, you know, that's why this card is in the crossing, because there's some blockages in having this conversation, all right? And we did see this card right here. Somebody wants to apologize for having a lot of keys on their chain, all right, or their key ring, all right? Somebody wants forgiveness. Somebody wants to say, I'm sorry. They just haven't done it yet. They haven't given you the clarity that is needed here, okay? Yeah. And the Nine of Swords and the Page of Swords equal the Ten of Swords, and the Ten of Swords encompasses heartbreak, loss, disappointment, hurt feelings, all that, okay? And we need to squash all of that type of energy. And then on the Ten of Cups, we've got the King of Swords sideways. All right, the King of Swords is more Aquarius energy or air energy, because your opposite sign is an air sign, okay? But we've got the King of Swords is normally somebody who's very direct, somebody who definitely is all about that truth and clarity, okay? Somebody who's very decisive as well. This is in the crossing, and the Ace of Swords is still downward, in the downward position, meaning there is no clarity as of yet. So this shit is still sideways, and this might be a King of Swords who may not tell the truth, might create illusions and all that other stuff, delusions, all that other stuff. Yeah. All right. And what do we have here? On the King of Cups that's in the reverse, we also have the Queen of Swords in the reverse. All right. The Queen of Swords in reverse, that's that air energy again. This is somebody who just is not truthful and upright, okay? You see the sword is downward as well. So this is somebody who feels a sense of loss. Somebody feels like this could be also somebody who feels disappointed in the situation because they don't have clarity. And this could also be just like the King of Swords. The Queen also speaks her truth when she's upright, okay? But the Queen of Swords in the reverse could be somebody who is very manipulative with their words, you know, and all that other stuff. They don't necessarily tell the truth, okay? And that is on this King of Cups in reverse, somebody who is emotionally manipulative. So emotionally manipulative and somebody who doesn't tell the truth. That is a bad combo right there, Aries. And also touching the Knight of Wands, that fuck boy, fuck girl energy. Somebody who wants to just do and be with whoever they want to do and be with, regardless of what they're telling you. Alright, down below we've got the Hierophant that came out. I mean, well, we saw that earlier, but we've got the, oh my gosh, not again. We've got the King of Cups here in reverse. This is somebody who cannot be trusted, Aries. I'm going to tell you straight up. This mofo cannot be trusted. We've got two King of Cups in the reverse. A king who is not emotionally mature, not emotionally intelligent, somebody who is manipulative and creates illusions. Nope, we ain't doing that. Move on from that, okay? Move on from that. All right. Yeah, we ain't doing that. All right, so what's on the bottom of the deck? We already saw the Hermit, you needing to take some time to go inward, especially to examine and get Spirit's guidance on this. Yeah? Yeah. Queen of Wands, yeah, you are too abundant, too beautiful. You got it going on to even deal with this kind of bullcrap. All right? This is more Leo energy. No. Be strong. Stand on your convictions. Stand on those core values that mean a lot to you. And put this crap, give this a proper burial, and move on. Death and rebirth, baby. Death and rebirth. And that's where that transformation energy comes into play for you, Aries. Putting things that no longer serve you or love you or respect you or care for you, putting those to death. All right, which puts you into that transformative, lessons learned type of energy. We ain't competing for nobody. We're not competing for anybody's affections or love or attention. We're not doing that. Five of Wands. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, 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 nope. Yeah. Move on, girl, boy. Move on. Move on to the sixth energy, which is harmony, tranquility, success, you know, and all that, accomplishments. You dodged a bullet. And close out this chapter. Close out this chapter. You deserve so much more, Aries. All right, so your angel number is 1111. You might be seeing, I have been seeing this. I see this a couple times a day. All right, 1111. 11 is the master number anyway, but this is all about, ones are all about new beginnings, new chapters to be written, Aries, and you are so much better than whatever somebody's trying to give you. Whatever illusions have been woven here, it's all a bunch of bullshit. All right? This is about you having your wishes come true. If you want somebody to really love you the way you deserve to be loved, then guess what? Your wishes are coming true. But we got to close this out first. All right? And universal message. Oh my goodness. Okay. Listen, Linda. I tell you, Spirit is amazing. Energy never lies. I'm telling you, I cannot make this up if I tried, Aries. Listen, it's never too late to start over. You have to trust in the magic of new beginnings. We just talked about new beginnings. And I'm telling you, when a lot of these cards come out, I don't even look at them. I just put them in the position that they need to be in. Okay? I want to be surprised too. All right? You have to trust in the magic of new beginnings. They are waiting for you. Notice them and seize them and appreciate all that you have, which goes back to that gratitude or that thankfulness that we were talking about when we first started this reading. Throwing that gratitude up. Just relax and trust. Relax and trust in this temperate energy. Okay? It's coming towards you. It is coming towards you. Slow and steady wins the race, though. Don't be impulsive in your choices. All right? Just know, and don't be anxious, because your blessings are coming towards you and you will be celebrating. All right? you will be celebrating, especially after you make these judgment calls rooted in discernment. Wow, what a great reading. I mean, not so great if you got your heart broken, whether this is a lover, your best friend, a family member that created some of this toxic energy. All right. Thank you, Spirit. And didn't treat you the way that you deserve to be treated. Whether they stepped out on you or cheated you in other ways. All right. You deserve more, Aries. All right. So I hope that this really resonated with you. It's not going to be for everybody. It's a very specific type of reading. But I'm sending you positive, loving energy, Aries. Mwah. All right, you guys. Take care. Hello, all of my mighty Leos. What going on, y'all? It's Tracy with Ascension 225 Tarot and Oracle, and I'm here to do your August reading for you. I hope you all are doing well and abundantly blessed, Leo. And might I add, happy birthday, Leo. Happy birthday to you. All right, I'm a Leo rising, so I am feeling this Leo energy right now, my boo-boos. I hope that this evolution and revolution around the sun brings you so much happiness, contentment, inner peace, inner joy, and abundance. Okay? All right, my Leos, happy birthday. So let's get into it, Leo. I hope y'all are doing well. Like I said, we're going to start off with the Oracle decks or the Oracle messages, and then we're going to transition into the tarot. All right? Leo, do your girl a solid before we get started. Hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Hype this video. Please help the algorithm, help the channel grow. I appreciate it very much. Don't mind my missing nail. It popped off before I started these readings, and another one will be applied shortly. All right, guys. So let's get into it, Leo. Let me take a swig of coffee first. We're going to start off with the tea. What is the tea surrounding our Leo collective for the month of August? Now, if you skipped over the intro, I would go back because there are so many planetary changes and craziness going on above our heads, Leo. You have got to know what's going on. All right? Or, yeah, click in the description box. Read about all the planetary changes, or go back to the intro. And you also might want to click on some of my favorite astrologers that can give you more in-depth coverage on all this craziness and retrogrades and this and that happening over our heads. Okay? All right. So we're going to start off with the tea. What is the tea surrounding us Leos? I say us because, like I said, I'm a Leo rising, all right? So let's get into it. We've got somebody's marriage may be upside down. I've got marriage or sacred union in the reverse, guys. I'm sorry if this is you. If you have released a relationship, a marriage, a commitment, I'm sending you hugs, okay, because it's never easy to go through that kind of stuff. I've got call, hearing from them in reverse. There's silence here. Nobody's contacting either person, all right? Separation, divorce. I've got travel. Somebody might be traveling or no longer traveling towards the other person, okay? Experiencing new things, okay? Text message, unsent messages. Wow. Unsent messages. So somebody's typing out messages, but they're going unsent, okay? And then the last card is the butterfly. Aries got this as well. Same position. This butterfly means, Leo, that any storm that you may be going through right now, especially if it has something to do with your commitment or your marriage being in the reverse, that storm will pass. And this is all about you learning whatever lessons needed to be learned from the situation. And you might still be in your cocoon right now. Like I told Aries, you might still be in the cocoon stage. But hopefully by the end of August, or it could be next August, who knows? I don't know. I'm not in control of time. But you will emerge as this beautiful, transformed butterfly. It's all about transformations. And without these storms in our lives, there would be no transformation. Okay? All right. What else do we have? We've got the Enchanted Map by Colette Baron Reed. I've got details, Leo. This adds to a 7, which is divine intervention, the spirit of the number of the divine. So I feel like this is divine protection, divine intervention, divine guidance even. And this reduces to a 1. And 1s are all about new beginnings, new chapters, new cycles of life. If you're going through a divorce or something like that, I would say if you have to sign any sort of documents or paperwork, to pay attention to the details. Don't be impulsive in signing stuff. Pay attention to the details. All right, so that you don't miss anything. Be intentional. All right, in what you're doing. Be more detailed at this time. We're in a Mercury retrograde, or Mercury retrograde ended on July 23rd. And we are now in the shadow phase of Mercury, where Mercury is gearing up to get back to the same speed so that it will be considered direct. It goes direct on August 6th. All right? So a few more days from now, but until then, they always say don't sign documents or anything during a Mercury retrograde. This is the shadow time period, so pay attention to the details. I've got goblins. There might be some goblins, some negative thoughts going on in your head, or negative trauma, especially if you're going through any sort of divorce or separation and there was any level of toxicity or double energy in that situation. This may be those goblins. This could be, negative self-talk, especially when you go through a breakup and you're grieving and you're sad. This could be those negative thoughts or self-talk or self-sabotage. Beware of that, all right? This is also a 5 energy. 5 energy is chaotic because change is occurring. Change, transformation, all right? So pay attention to that. And then I've got Field of Dreams. Don't block or self-sabotage your potential. Whatever you're manifesting, allow it to manifest, and squash those negative thoughts or self-talk or anything like that. Or don't let any of the negative feelings that you have towards a situation block you from manifesting this field of dreams, this infinite potential and infinite possibilities for you. This reduces to a 1. New beginnings, new chapters, new cycles. It adds to a 3, and 3s are all about, it's all about growth. It's all about growth, going through whatever heartache and heartbreak and coming out on the other side, especially if you have the support of your community and your friends and your family, okay, so that you can look towards your future. All right. Intuitive messages for you. I've got, ask for help if you need it. Friends, family, your support system, co-workers, whomever you trust, ask for help. Even if if you're having a hard time getting through this, even getting maybe some psychological help, okay? A closed mouth doesn't get fed, okay? And I've got reassess, even stars, recalibrate. Don't fear recalculating, like recalculating your steps, recalculating your thoughts, all right? Reassess this situation. And I've got now is not the time, but this is in reverse. Don't be impulsive. Don't make any rash movements or anything like that without first sitting still and reassessing whatever the situation is. All right? All right. Let me see. All right, Ascended Masters, Orishas, all-knowing spirits, what messages do you have for our Leos? This is the journey that you signed up for. All the hurts, the pains, the disappointments, it's all a part of it. The heartbreak, it's all a part of the journey that you're on. And from that comes transformation, like that butterfly. And this is the journey that you're on right here. You're learning that every challenge you face has a hidden gift inside. Amen. Don't forsake or forego your core values. What's important to you. Okay? If being in a connection that is peaceful and happy and you have shared core values, I think that's what's important. But releasing your boundaries and not sticking to some of your core values, especially when you're dealing maybe with some toxic energy, yeah, Spirit says don't do that. It says follow your heart and make your values a priority. And then lastly, past life connections. You are currently healing past life wounds. So whatever this is, it's a transformation for you to be able to heal some of those past life traumas. Okay? All right. And let me see. Oh, I wanted to show you something. From this deck, it says for you to take risk. Now may not be the time right now, but once you consult with Spirit, right, you may be able to take some risk here. All right? Or maybe you took a risk with this situation. And then the other deck, the T deck, I've got pieces in reverse. Somebody's piece is in reverse. Somebody is not happy right now. All right? Their peace has been disturbed, and it could have been because of this third-party interference. There could have been third-party interference in your connection, in your relationship. And third-party, it doesn't necessarily have to be the other man or the other woman. It could be somebody who's a workaholic and never finds time to come home and spend quality time, or an addiction or anything like that could be considered third-party, all right? But it does not bring peace whatsoever. And so it's now time to release this toxicity. All right, release this toxicity. I've got somebody, maybe this time to release these regrets in the mistakes that you've made. Because if you sit there and dwell on the mistakes and regrets, then it's going to create it's going to create an obstacle for you to move forward. And this also may be the other person's energy who does not have any regrets about whatever mistakes they might have made here. Yeah, because this is Tower. You're going through some Tower stuff right now. All right, but Towers bring about transformation, Leo. All right. Angels, what say you? Take a divinely guided change. Take a divinely guided change, Leo. You know, sometimes we got to go in the other direction or try something new, take some new risk in life. I've got obstacles and blocks are lifted. We just got finished talking about obstacles and blockages, especially if you're holding on to regrets and I shoulda, woulda, coulda type of energy and keep dwelling on it. All right, let those obstacles and blockages be lifted so that you can move forward. All right, from whatever this is, positivity, faith, and optimism. Yes, so you can have all of these traits here so that you can move forward. And it's Leo season. There you are, front and center, Leo. Angelically guided and protected. Okay? Yes. You can be as meek as this little baby lion or as ferocious as this adult lion. Okay? Wow. Wow. All right. So let's get on with the tarot and see what the tarot has to say. All right. So here we go. I wanted to bring your attention to these two cards right here. I asked from my two major arcana decks to give one card from each deck. The most important major arcana for Leo for the month of August. The first one that came out is the Magician. Gemini and Virgo energy here. The Magician can manifest anything by using all of the elements and their creative talents. All right. The Magician is a major manifester, and that's what Spirit is saying. Tap into your major manifester here. Okay. And in the reverse, I've got the Devil card. You're releasing whatever this toxic shit is. You're releasing this devil energy. It could be a Capricorn you're releasing, but nevertheless, you're releasing this. Okay? And it's so funny because at the bottom of the other deck is the Devil in reverse. I kid you not. I kid you not. And guess who's on the cover? P. Diddy and two women. Releasing that. Hey, I'm not competing for anybody's affections. I'm not going to do that. And you're not going to do that either, Leo. Alright, that goes against probably your core values and what you firmly believe in. Cheating or any sort of devil energy, whether it's addictions, compulsions, whatever, you know, obsessions, that's a no-go. And we've got two of these babies back to back. Alright? And in the other, at the bottom of the other deck, I've got you, honey. I've got my Leos right here with the Strength card. That's who you represent. Intestinal fortitude, inner strength, courage, to do it even when you're afraid and unsure. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, good. I love it. I'm speaking to the Lion or the Leo rising inside of this Gemini sun, okay? All right, so Spirit, this is for our Leos. We've already seen the oracle messages that have come across for Leo. So what do we have from the tarot? What does the tarot want to tell us for Leo for August 2026? All right, what's at the bottom of the deck? The energy that our Leos do not see coming towards them. Oh, the Empress. I love it. The Empress is that divine feminine energy. It's all about having that major manifester, that magician in you that can manifest anything that you put your heart, mind, and soul to. She can bring life into anything. She gives birth to any and all things. Right? This could also be you being a mom. You know what I'm saying? You being that strong mom. And we also, in that other card, we saw the lion And we also saw a cub, so you could be a single parent as well. All right, making the best decisions for you and your kid or kids. All right, so the Empress, this is beautiful. This is unlimited potential. And we've already seen that in your cards, unlimited potential. Okay, what's in the middle? The Nine of Cups. Somebody might want to wine and dine you, romance you with this Knight of Cups, a new offer of love. This could also be you going towards something that you love, okay? All right. So, Spirit, let's get it. I need 5 cards. This is for the month of August, and this is for my Leos. Show me the most important cards for our Leos for anything happening in their lives. All right, so we've got the 4 of Cups and the 8 of Swords. What else, Spirit? We're going to go over these cards as soon as I get them all laid down. What else? What else? What else besides this 4 of Cups and this 8 of Swords for Leo for the month of August? The Lovers. Queen of Wands, and we'll get one more. One more, please, for Leo. One more card for Leo, please, and thank you, Spirit. What else besides this Lovers and this Queen of Wands? Wow, that one flew out. Okay, I've got a Knight of Cups, but it's in the reverse, and we just saw a Knight of Cups, right? We just saw a Knight of Cups in the middle of your deck, in the middle of the deck. All right, and we've got 3 of Coins at the bottom. 3 of Coins is teamwork makes the dream work. Collaborating together with a shared goal, a shared vision, you know, and working together. If this is a relationship, that definitely pertains to that. It pertains to any type of relationship, working together cohesively. All right, so we've got the 4 of Cups, and who's checked out? Who is checked out here, Leo? Who is checked out? The 4 of Cups is somebody who might be unappreciative of what they had or have. Somebody who's bored. Somebody who's checked out of the whole situation. You know? Somebody who's just there. 8 of Swords. It's about to rain. 8 of Swords. This is self-sabotage. This is one of my self-sabotage cards. But this could also be about somebody who has already checked out of whatever this situation is, because they're no longer interested, they're bored, they're not getting their needs met, and this is them feeling trapped. I can't find a way to get out of this situation. Right? Feeling like you're in prison, feeling like you're trapped. It could be this lover situation. This is Gemini energy, this lover situation. All right, yeah. Interesting. I've got Queen of Wands. The Queen, this is, you know, like fiery energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The Queen of Wands is independent and smart and beautiful and got her stuff going on. All right, and she has action to back up her words. And I'm looking at the imagery of the card, and this lady is like feeding this flower, giving it some sort of nourishment, you know, like nourishing her garden here. Okay, and this could be you or the other person. Apply it however it fits, pouring into whatever this is, hoping that it could grow. Okay, but the thing is, Leo, somebody is or was with the Knight of Cups in reverse. Knight of Cups in reverse. This is somebody who is like a disappointment. Somebody who's a disappointment, somebody who is not emotionally intelligent, somebody who might even be deceitful, you know, because cups are all about emotion, and being in reverse, that could tell me that somebody's not really in touch with their emotions, so they're not mature enough to handle the emotions that they have to deal with on a daily basis. They could even be emotionally manipulative here. Interesting. All right. Well, let's go ahead. Let's see what's at the bottom. We already saw the 3 of coins, right? Teamwork makes the dream work. Some of you are going to be going into this hermit mode, this Virgo energy, to consult with spirit before you make any impulsive moves about whatever this is. To consult spirit, go into hermit mode, go inward, all right, so that you can make decisions based off of spiritual guidance and discernment. Ace of coins. This is a new opportunity that may be coming up for you. You know, a new opportunity that's going to bring you prosperity. All right, so it could be a new job or something of that sort that, you know, is coming your way. Yeah, and will bring you a lot of fulfillment, personal fulfillment. Okay, and this also, the 9 of Cups is you as an individual, and this is you making the determination on what people, places, or things, it doesn't matter, what's going to fill your cups up, what's going to make you happy, what's going to make you content. And out of this 4 of Cups type of energy, I'm bored, I'm not being stimulated, I'm checked out. Okay? Alright, so, yeah, go towards your abundance and blessings. Go towards your abundance and blessings with the Sun card. The happiest card in the whole deck. This is happiness, prosperity, contentment, fertility. If this is about children, it's all of that. It's all of that. All right? All of that. Okay. So let's go ahead and clarify. Let's go ahead and clarify some of these. It's for Leo. Spirit is for Leo. This is Leo in the month of August. We're going to clarify the cards that are on the table. Please and thank you. And the way I clarify is that I just ask the cards to drop on the cards that need clarifying, and it does it automatically. It sounds crazy, I know, but it actually works. On the bottom, I've got the 6 of Cups. This could be about, you know, maybe you're looking back on and being nostalgic about what was, you know, what was, but may not be anymore. So yeah, this is being nostalgic, but you know, the 6 of Cups, it's all about finding that sweet spot too. It's all about finding happiness and harmony in your life. All right, so go ahead, Spirit, give me some clarifying cards for Leo for the month of August. Please allow the cards to fall. Fall where they're supposed to. Alright, so I'm going to put this card right here. It's an Ace of Swords. Please allow the cards to fall exactly where they're supposed to, Spirit, so that we can clarify some of this energy for our Leos for the month of August. Alright, anything else, Spirit? Anything else you want us to show? Alright, great. Perfect. We've got the Fool at the bottom. A new cycle, a new journey. We saw the Journey card as well earlier for you, right? Yeah. You're going to go through this transformation, and that's what this Fool energy is all about. You see this butterfly as well? Transformation is coming for you. Yeah, it is. It's coming for you, and you will be going on this transformative journey if you're not on it already, Leo. Okay? All right. Oh, my nose is itching. Oh, okay. So what do we got here? And what else? All right. What is this? Is this 2 cards? Yep. Oh, ooh. Wow. Okay, listen. These cards landed in the crossing position cards for me are, it's either very, very strong energy that you really need to pay attention to, or something may be causing a blockage for this energy, okay? On the 4 cups and the 8 of swords, I've got the World. You will be completing some cycles or chapters, or this cycle or this chapter is complete, or you're working on it to be complete, or it needs to be complete. All right? And the World card, we just saw the Fool. Okay, we just saw the Fool. That is the 0 card, or the 1 card, or whatever you want to call it. But what comes after is this, the 21, and that is starting a brand new cycle. We're closing out this shit, and we're about to start a brand new chapter or a brand new cycle. And I've got the 2 of Cups. Got the 2 of Cups here. I feel that somebody feels trapped and checked out of a marriage or a commitment. Okay, this 2 of Cups is sideways. To me, the 2 of Cups is, to me, it's even better than the Lovers, because the 2 of Cups is a healing type of love, right? It's a healing type of energy, and it's balanced. But this is sideways, guys. Somebody's relationship is sideways here. Aries got the same sort of type of message. And then what landed on the Lovers, so we got the 2 of Cups and the Lovers here. What landed on the Lovers and the Queen of Wands is the 2 of Swords in the crossing. Somebody at a crossroads, haven't made the decision yet. This Spirit saying, make the decision. You can't stay at a crossroads for long, forever. You're going to have to make a decision one way or the other. All right? What landed on this Knight of Cups is the 5 of Swords. The 5s are very, very hard energy. It's about a lot of change, which can also bring chaos and conflict. The 5 of Swords is about arguing, not seeing eye to eye, disagreements, just tumultuous type of energy, dealing with a Knight of Cups in the reverse, okay? And then I've got the 2 of Wands, just like the 2 of Swords. Somebody needs to make a choice. Somebody needs to choose a direction that they want to go in. You can't stay at a crossroads forever. And at the bottom, I've got Judgment in the reverse. I feel like somebody feels like they made a bad judgment. You know, they made a bad judgment call here. Yeah. This can also be somebody who's afraid to make this decision about ending whatever this is because they're afraid of the next chapter. They're afraid of change, of what's going to happen. I'm going to be alone. I have to take care of myself, this, that, and whatever. And that could mean that somebody is doubting this decision or procrastinating on it. But somebody's definitely indecisive here. All right? Straddling the fence, not sure to stay or go. And then I've got the Ace of Swords. Somebody needs some truth and clarity, right? Or you need to tap into truth and clarity. Have a conversation of truth about whatever this is or is not anymore. All right? There's no more straddling the fence. Okay, you're gonna have to take risk and not stay because it's safe or because you're afraid of change, okay, or you doubt yourself for any reason, Leo. You are the king of the jungle. Alright? Yes. We saw the devil energy twice. Toxicity. Releasing it in whatever form it is in. Right? And manifesting something new with the magician. Alright? Okay. Okay. What else do we have? We saw the Fool. And it's time to release whatever burden this is. It's time to let it go. 10 of Wands. Let it go. And go towards new opportunities. We saw the Ace of Pentacles earlier for you. That a new opportunity will open up for you. This is the second Ace of Pentacles that we've seen. Yeah. Finding your sweet spot, finding your happiness, finding harmony in your life. Could also be with a past person, you know. Yeah. New opportunity, Page of Pentacles. All right, let's go ahead and get your universal message and your Holy Spirit. What's the most important angel number for our Leos? Most important angel number for Leo for the month of August. Please allow it to fall on the table. All right, we're gonna. Okay. Yeah. Readjustments, Leo, and 1616. They both add up to sevens. 7 is divine guidance. All right, divine guidance and divine timing, and the 16s reduced to a 5. And 5s, like we said, are all about change, which can be a little chaotic. All right. And then at the bottom, I've got 1551. More 5s. All right. It says, hold your vision. Hold your vision, Leo. Yeah. And the 15s each add to a 6, that sweet spot, harmony, right? Harmony and tranquility that we talked about. And they reduce to a 4. 4 is all about safety, security, and your stability, your foundation. Okay? All right. Lastly, we've got your universal message. I only need one, Spirit. Okay. Here we go. Every situation in life is temporary. So when life is good, make sure you enjoy it and receive it fully. When life is not so good, remember that it will not last forever and better days are on the way. All right, Leo? All right. I hope this message brought you some nuggets. You're going through a journey, Leo. Going through a journey. And for some of you, like I said, if this is a marriage or commitment that has gone left, it's time to make a decision about what direction you're going in and not staying because it's a safe thing to do. Don't self-sabotage yourself and your happiness. All right, Leo? Talk to you later. Hello, all of my wonderful Sagittarian friends of the galaxy. How you doing? It's your girl Tracy with Ascension 225, Tarot and Oracle. So, do your girl solid, my beautiful polar opposite sign. I'm a Gemini, you're a Sagittarius. We are kissing cousins, guys. So, do your girl a solid Sagittarius and hit that like, share, subscribe button. And also hit that hype up the video, guys. Thank you so much. we're about to get into your monthly reading. I used to do it every 2 weeks, but I'm going to start doing it on a monthly basis. Sagittarius, excuse me. Yeah, so this is for August 2026, and this is what Spirit wants and needs you to know for this month. Words of wisdom, guidance, and a spiritual hug if you need it, all right? So find a nice cozy spot where you can relax, relate in order to receive, and we're about to jump into the oracles first, and then we'll get into the tarot deck, all right? All right. So hope you're doing well, Sagittarius. Love you guys down, all right? Mwah. What is the tea for our Sagittarians? Well, let's see. I've got love's in the air, Sag. Love is in the air, baby. Woo, I love it. You know that feeling of falling in love and the butterflies and, you know, the giddy feeling of like being a kid again. That's what's happening. I love it. Strong affection. And it's inspiring. You might have your songs or the music that remind you of each other, you know, or maybe a song comes on the radio that reminds you of them. You're making beautiful music together. This could be your muse, right? Or your inspiration. What is this? Intimacy, bonding. Now, the interesting thing is that I have intimacy and bonding in the reverse. So I'm not sure what's happening here. Why the intimacy and the bonding may be in reverse. Is there a lack of chemistry? It says strong affection, and somebody who inspires you, or the relationship inspires you, but what's up with the bond? Is there no chemistry? And I've got seduction in reverse. Whoa. Whoa. Why is the seduction in the reverse, Sag? Are you no longer sexually interested in this person? There might be strong affection. You might care about them deeply. You know, but I don't know, in the boing shink and boing boing, I'm not seeing this. And the card in the crossing is coffee cup. Meeting and talking, feeling elevated, building a friendship. Well, maybe that's why. Maybe you haven't gotten to that part yet. Maybe you haven't gotten to the part. Maybe you're still having coffee and little dates with each other. Maybe you have not gotten to the point of where you're engaging in intimacy or sex. Could be. Could be. Or this could be a new person that you just now started talking to. You know, there's strong affection there, but could be lacking in the chemistry department. No? I don't know. We'll find out. Okay, let's put those to the side. Alright, from this deck, what do we have? This is the Enchanted Path by Colette Baron Reed. I've got intention in the reverse. Intention in the reverse. Number 22, which is a master number. Maybe you're going about this with a lack of intention. You know, I am back on the market and tapping my little baby toe into the dating scene as a seasoned woman. And I want to be intentional about the dates I go on or the people that I can choose to continue to see, because my intention is that I want to date. I just don't want to date to be dating. I want to date for a purpose, and that is to find a long-term companion or a husband. So maybe maybe your intent is all wrong. I don't know. But I've got come together. I've got come together. And these two people definitely look like these two giraffes look like they're definitely coming together here. This is weird. Okay. The devil is in the details. This is in the crossing. Crossing cards in my readings are very, very strong energy that you need to hear, or there could be a blockage in this energy, or getting to this energy. Pay attention to the details, Sagittarius. We just got finished with Mercury retrograde, and we are now still in the shadows of Mercury, attempting to get into that direct position, which Mercury goes direct on August 6th. So we have a few more days until then. So Spirit is saying this is a time where you definitely need to pay attention to any of the details, and that means red flags, good things, bad things, in between things, but pay attention. All right. What is this? All right. Intuitive messages. I've got proceed with caution. Ooh. Proceed with caution. Are you unsure about a mate? Are you unsure about a person that you may be interested in, but you're not all in? What is going on here? It says not now. Not now. Roots demand time. The bloom will come. Ooh. So this is telling me that you need to proceed with caution. Something is not happening right now. That the roots are not deep enough for you to be able to be fully vested in this situation, to have full trust in this situation, right? I don't know. Are you seeing any red flags in it, whatever this is? And lastly, I've got protect your peace. Protect your peace. Lush gardens have invisible fences. Huh. What's going on? I feel like there's somebody in your life, Sagittarius, where you definitely need to protect your peace, your energy. Now is not the time. Now is not the time, because there's something not right here. Proceed with caution. And the devil's in the details. The devil's in the details. The devil's in the details. Okay. All right. What else we got? You might need to show somebody tough love there, Sag. Show somebody tough love. And this card adds to a 13. And the 13 in the tarot deck, in the major arcana, is the death card. The death card. So, death is all about loss and endings. Change. I feel like you might need to show this person that you need to protect your peace with and proceed with caution with, because there needs to be figuratively speaking, there needs to be a death to this situation. There needs to be a death to whatever this is, was, or will be, because there's not enough to hold it together, if that makes any sense to you. There's not enough substance there to hold it together, right? And if you went in that direction, your peace may be interrupted, and it may not be the right decision. So you're going to have to practice self-love, and whatever this is, death and rebirth, put it to death, figuratively speaking. And once you close and lock that door, transformation happens, because this has been a lesson learned, right? Not now. What is going on here, darling? Okay. Express yourself authentically. don't, make sure your boundaries are strong, and express yourself in a truthful, clear, authentic way, so that there is no miscommunication. All right, no miscommunication. Be true to who you really are, and your life will change in the most amazing ways. Don't sacrifice what's important to you. Mirror. Mirror is normally in tarot or divination two people that are maybe mirroring each other's energy. This could be you looking in the mirror. It says everything that is happening in your external life is a reflection of your inner world. So if your outer world is in turmoil, then inside you are as well. I just feel like something's not right here. I feel like all right, let me just move on to the angel messages. I'm hoping that this all ties in to a message that makes sense. All right, angelic messages. Even though you may be going through some sort of chaos or turmoil at this time, don't forget to throw up that gratitude and thankfulness towards Spirit. All right? Yeah, for any and all things. And ask for your needs to be met. Whatever need you have right now, ask for it to be met. And as far as the angels are concerned, Sagittarius, they just don't intervene in our lives unless maybe there's an accident and maybe they need to lift a car off of us or something, so that we don't, pass away or whatever. But otherwise, if you need angelic intervention, you have to ask the angels to step in and intercede. If you need healing, ask Archangel Raphael. If you need protection and guidance, that's Archangel Michael. If you need confirmations or spiritual messages, that's Archangel Gabriel. All right, and so on and so forth. You have to ask them for their help and their intercession. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's get into the tarot. It's really interesting because I always look at the cards at the bottom of the deck, and the decks that I used for you, there were no cards showing on either side. Yeah. So like this deck right here, normally there would be a card on the bottom, but most of your cards showed up like this, like no additional messages, right? All right, let's proceed into the tarot. So I want to show you the two most important major arcana cards that Spirit gave you. The first one is the Tower. More Scorpio energy, because the Death and the Rebirth card, that's Scorpio energy. So I don't know if you are, if you have Scorpio anywhere in your birth natal chart, or if you're dealing with the Scorpio, I'm not sure. But the Tower is Scorpio energy as well. Okay, this also could point towards Scorpio season. Who knows? What are you doing? Sorry about that, Sag. Saw somebody outside my house and I wanted to check. Alright, so this is Scorpio energy too, the Tower. This is major change, but this also points to loss as well, Sag. Loss, endings. But anytime the Tower comes crashing down, major life events, a hiccup somewhere in the road, something that you weren't expecting at all that came out of left field, that's what this Tower energy represents. The Tower coming crashing down around you, or at least it may feel that way. This is a storm. If any of y'all are going through this Tower energy or this quote-unquote storm, we couldn't be able to have any sort of gratitude list if we never went through storms in life, loss, endings, death, that type of energy, thinking that something was built on a strong foundation, and come to find out it wasn't as strong as you thought it was, and things go left and things blow up. Endings happen. But there's always a lesson in that, Sag. There's always a lesson in that type of Tower energy. And that helps us to grow as spiritual beings, so that we can understand what gratitude really is, because we've been happy and we've had abundance and we've had loss and we've been distraught, right? So we understand what that feels like. I've got the Hangman in the crossing. This is more water energy, because normally in the deck you see the Hangman hanging from a tree and he's hanging over water, and water is emotion. This is not feeling in balance at all, right? And maybe some balance needs to be found, because the Tower can knock us off balance and have us sideways. The Hangman is about finding balance, finding a new perspective, a higher perspective, taking a pause, taking a breather. It's also about letting go. All right. So I feel as if some of you guys have been hit hard, and I really feel like your energy or your balance is sideways. You feel sideways. All right. Let's get into the tarot. But on the bottom of, there's nothing on the bottom of one of the decks, but on the bottom of, let me just make sure. Yeah, nothing on the bottom of this deck. But on the bottom of this one, there's the Sun. And this really did come out in reverse, and I turned it right side up. Really without thinking about it. But the Sun in reverse, like, somebody's only seeing gray right now. Somebody's only seeing clouds right now. Black clouds, gray clouds, whatever. There is no sunshine right now for some Sagittarians out there. Okay. Maybe because there's a storm or a storm on the horizon. Okay. But the sun in the reverse, it's healing, or healing needs to take place. This also represents sadness, depression, and for some, a loss of faith or hope that the sun will shine again. Cardi B's crying. This is supposed to be Cardi B, but I feel like some of y'all are crying right now because of the sun. You can't see the sun. You don't feel the sun. You don't feel like the sun's going to shine again. Let's get into the tarot and find out more. Alright, Spirit. This is for our Sagittarius brothers and sisters out there. What's happening with them? We saw the cards in the... just saw a cardinal outside my window. Cardinals are spiritual messengers. Yeah. So if you see signs and synchronicities like cardinals and other things that represent spirit, especially if you've had a loss of any type, Sagittarius, that could be a spiritual message for you. Alright. This is for Sagittarius. Let's go ahead and cut the deck. For the month of August 2026, what's at the bottom of the deck, the energy that our Sagittarians do not see coming towards them? I've got Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords, that's that air energy. The opposite of fire is air. You are a fire sign. So Sagittarius, the opposite of you is me, a Gemini. Okay? And this represents Gemini energy. So you might be getting a message from a Gemini or an air sign. The Queen of Swords, she's straight and to the point. She communicates in a clear and concise way. You know exactly how this queen feels and what her thoughts are. There's no ambiguity to it. Okay? There could be a conversation that needs to be had, some sort of communication that needs to be had here. What's in the middle for Sag? King of Coins, big mama or boss daddy type of energy. The King of Coins, that's like Capricorn energy right here. Earth sign energy. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, mostly Capricorn though. And the King of Coins is somebody who's successful, somebody who makes good money, somebody who's an entrepreneur. Somebody who's well-traveled and all that other good stuff. Yeah. That could be you or whomever is in your energy. Alright, Spirit. Show us 5 cards that represent Sagittarius's energy for the month of August 2026. Please and thank you. What's happening with our Sagittarians in the month of August, Spirit? Alright, I've got the Wheel in reverse. What else? What else? What else? 6 of Coins. 5 of Coins. We'll go over all these in just a moment. What else, Spirit, for Sagittarius for the month of August? Please and thank you. What else do you have for Sagittarius? Whoa. Whoa. Okay. King of Coins again. What else? And I'm going to put these 2 on the bottom here. Alright. So we have got the 9 of Coins and the Page of Swords, rounding out the cards. I asked for 5, you got a bonus card, okay? On the bottom of this deck is the Death card. We already talked about the Death card, the Death and Rebirth. That's Scorpio energy. Something ending, people, places, and things, and transformation comes from that, okay? All right. We've got the Wheel in reverse. Sagittarius, I kind of feel like you are in a state of feeling reversed right now because of some sort of loss or impact in your life. All right, with this Tower energy. The Wheel represents you, you know? The Wheel represents you, Sagittarius. This is one of your cards in the tarot deck, and you're in reverse. The Wheel of Fortune is normally about good luck, good fortune, expansion, all that. But in the reverse, this is bad luck, bad fortune, disruption, a huge disruption in your life. A sense of feeling powerless because of this Tower energy, the Tower coming crashing down, a huge disruption in your life. 6 of Coins. I've got the 6 of Coins is all about good fortune, moving ahead, moving. This is somebody who has abundance, whether it's coin or otherwise, but pays it forward, being generous and helping others, okay, and not just holding on to the abundance and the coin all for themselves. I feel like this is your type of energy. Being very, most Sagittarians I know are very generous, okay? But the 6 of Coins is also having reciprocal energy. You know, friends, family, lovers who understand how kind and generous you are, Sagittarius, but in return, they're kind with you as well because you are so giving, and they want to be just as giving towards you. Okay? Equal give and take. I feel like somebody feels like they lost something. There's a lot of loss feelings here. 5 of Coins, somebody feels like they lost something. A missed opportunity. Disappointment. Feeling unsupported and left out. And then I've got the King of Coins again. Boss mama, boss daddy. We all have male and female energy in us. So I'm just trying to figure out what is going on in your reading. I don't know if this is like separate energy or all one energy. Like, this is you, the Wheel, in reverse, unfortunately. I hate seeing that. And if some of you are feeling like you're in reverse right now, I'm so sorry. All right. And the 6 of Coins, somebody who's kind and generous and pays it forward. And then we've got the 5 of Coins, somebody feeling left out, somebody feeling unsupported, somebody who might be this King of Coins. If it's not you, it's somebody else. And we said the King of Coins is like Capricorn type of energy. So I don't know if this is two separate energies. It feels like two separate energies to me. Like somebody's over here looking at you, feeling unsupported and left out, like they lost something as it pertains to you. Yeah. Maybe they weren't reciprocal in what they gave you. And then we've got this 9 of coins. You're independent. You don't need another person in your life. Another person in your life is a bonus. It's something that adds to your life, but you are independent and doing well all on your own. But somebody might want to have a conversation with you. This Page of Swords, this person who watches from afar. This has just got weird. Okay. Somebody who may be watching you from afar may want to have a conversation. The Ace of Swords is upright, so somebody might want to speak their truth. I feel like somebody's watching you. I don't know. Let's go ahead and try to get some sort of help with this clarification. All right, Spirit, this is for Sagittarius. Can you help us, please, clarify these cards on the table, because it don't really make sense to me fully, you know. Show us some clarifying cards for Sagittarius, please and thank you. All right, let's go ahead and cut these cards. What's on the bottom, Spirit? Queen of Wands. This is you, Sag. This is that fiery energy, that Aries, Leo, Sag. Queen of Wands, abundant, beautiful, sexy, and on top of that, independent. I don't need you in my life. I want you in my life. Alright. It's in the middle. The Sun. Happiest card in the deck. Remember, we saw the Sun in reverse. And we have the Sun right side up. I feel like you're struggling. You're in between. Feeling like the sun will never shine again. But you keep moving towards this sun energy. Happiness, peace, abundance, blessings. I don't know if this is a break. I don't know what this is, to tell you the truth. Alright, Holy Spirit, go ahead and please clarify the cards that need clarification, which is all of them. Please allow the cards to fall where they're supposed to fall. This is for Sagittarius for the month of August. Please show us. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. Wow. No, that's a lot, Spirit. Anything else? Anything else? Okay. Anything else? Please and thank you. Okay. We're going to put that to the side. On the bottom is the Four of Wands. Now, the fours are all about safety, security, and stability. All right, your foundation, and the Four of Wands represents home and safety and feeling secure there and being able to celebrate there, maybe with somebody that you're committed to or somebody you're married to. This is one of the marriage cards in the tarot deck. Okay, yeah, so this could be about a marriage. All right, what do we got here? First off, we got the Eight of Wands. Yeah. The Eight of Wands is that fiery energy, you going towards something, you taking action. And even though the wheel is upside down right now, or you may feel upside down because there's been a major disruption or loss in your life, Spirit says you're going towards this sun. Go towards happiness, contentment, and all that. All right? Keep going. Even moving, even if it's just one minute step in front of the other. Ooh, all these cards landed on, what is this? The 5 of Coins. Listen. All right. We have the 7 of Swords. And it landed on this energy that I felt was separate from yours, okay? Landed on the 5 of Pentacles or Coins. Somebody feeling left out, unsupported, feeling like they lost something, okay? And then I've got the 7 of Swords. Maybe because they were deceptive. Maybe because they were deceptive. Alright, the 7 of Swords is energy that can't be trusted. Liar, cheater, pumpkin eater, anything like that. Yeah, and I'm studying the card, and this cat has 6 of the swords behind them, but the swords are not upright, okay? And so the 6 of swords upright is going towards peace and tranquility out of that 5 energy, which can be rocky and chaotic, okay? But the swords in the ground represent, to me, somebody who resists change. All right? Somebody who resists change. Somebody who resists change and going towards that tranquility, that harmony, that peace, that sweet spot, right? But they're standing on the Ace of Swords, the sword of truth and clarity. I feel like maybe this person who has resisted change, and this could be you, who has resisted change and has created delays in their, maybe in this situation or even in their own lives. All right, because when you live in delusions and you don't, your swords are going to be in the ground. I'm sorry. And anytime you resist change, that creates obstacles and delays. But yet, this person feels like they want to speak their truth and clarity to you about how these cups got spilled. 5 of Cups. How these cups got spilled. Now, listen. This person allowed these 3 cups to spill. And there might be a 3rd cup because there might have been some third-party intervention in whatever this is. Now, it doesn't have to be another person, another man, another woman that interrupted whatever this was. Interrupted this 2 of Cups situation. It could be behaviors, it could be addictions, it could be anything that created a third-party situation here. Even somebody who's a workaholic and doesn't take time to cultivate a relationship because they're always working, that's third party as well. This person is so focused on these spilled cups of wine, they don't see these 2 viable cups behind them. They don't have the ability to see it because they resist change, right? and they don't live in a space of peace and tranquility. It's like that type of energy, okay? And they're so focused on what happened was that they can't even see the forest for the trees. They don't see the Two of Cups behind them. Two of Cups that can bring this type of energy, happiness, right? Living your best life with the people that you love the most and care about the most, trust and all that. Living a good life. Yeah. Seven of Wands. This is somebody who might feel like they have to defend themselves, right? From all these wands coming towards them, feel like they might have to defend themselves, or they might even feel like they have to protect themselves for whatever reason. Protect themselves from opposition, you know? Opposing forces. And in the crossing is the Four of Pentacles. Remember we said the fours are about safety, security, and stability, and the Four of Pentacles is somebody who does not want to let go. They don't want to let go at all. They still want to control the outcome of whatever this is, okay? This can also be somebody who feels like they're lacking that security. It's in the crossing. Somebody feels crosswise. They feel, you know, sideways maybe. Maybe they don't feel secure right now. This could be you or it could be them. But this is also somebody who doesn't want to let go. Wow. On the Nine of Coins, you being this independent spirit, I've got the Two of Wands in reverse. There's a lot of reverse cards here. I've got the Two of Wands in reverse. It is delays, obstacles in choosing a path. The Two of Wands is about choosing a path, right? This way or that way. Or a new goal or something like that. But this is delays, obstacles in the way of planning, of moving forward, of choosing. Is this you having these delays? You not sure what direction you're going in right now, Sag? As this abundant Nine of Pentacles. And over here, you've got the King of Wands in reverse. Yeah. I don't know if this is you or the other person, but the King of Wands is somebody who, just like the Queen of Wands, somebody who has that fire energy and goes towards exactly what they want, need, and desire. And this King of Wands is in the reverse. This is somebody who lacks motivation, who lacks that spark, who's lazy even to go towards and make the changes that need to be made. That could be that other person who resists change. Yeah, the King of Wands is, yeah, it's not a good energy. Not a good energy. Wow. Okay. Okay. Well, to round out this reading, we did see the Four of Wands. And I've got the Hierophant Taurus energy. And this is the second back-to-back, look at this, back-to-back marriage cards in the tarot deck. This could be about a marriage or someone you were committed to that felt like a marriage. Alright? Yeah. That had you feeling like this, Nine of Swords, anxious, worried, depressed, sad. Yeah, we talked about this a few times. Time for a death and a rebirth in your life. And this might be how you're feeling, like we talked about earlier, feeling of loss, like, you know, endings, a lot of change, death even, but transformation comes from that. Because you are this Queen of Wands upright. That King of Wands might be in reverse, but you're in the upright. Okay? Yeah. So continue to take the time that you need to be in this hermit mode, this Virgo energy of quietly going inward and contemplating and conferring with Spirit. So whatever choices that you need to make or details that you need to pay attention to, Spirit will give you that spirit of discernment. Yeah. Keep manifesting this Gemini Virgo energy. You are this major manifester despite any of these hiccups that you're experiencing, any of these towers that you may be experiencing right now. Keep manifesting and moving forward towards the sun. You're going towards the sun, abundance and blessings, fertile ground. All right? Yeah. All right. Yeah. There goes that King of Pentacles again. There's two King of Pentacles here. I don't know if there's two people. I don't know. But anyway, I'm done. Let's go ahead and get into your angel number 2020. Hindsight is 2020, isn't it? That's what Mama used to say. Hindsight. So maybe you might be going through a tough situation right now, but you know what? When you look back on what you went through and your journey through that to come out on the other side, hindsight is 2020. Lessons learned. What did you learn? Compassion. Be compassionate with yourself and show others compassion as well. All right. And I've got, and this card fell out in the crossing. Well, no, it didn't. It landed on the cards when I picked them up in the crossing energy. But this is your universal message, and this is comparing yourself to others keeps you stuck in a cycle of guilt and shame and continues to separate you from your blessings. It keeps you small, Sagittarius. Understand that everyone has their own journey, which always unfolds in divine timing. Your time will come. And we saw a few cards pointing towards you going through whatever this is, a tough time right now. All right. But the journey is necessary. Okay. All right. I hope you got something out of this, Sagittarius. Sending you loving, supporting energy. All right. All right. Mwah. Love you guys.